Good afternoon, friends. I welcome you to this brand new webinar on 7 career hacks. All of you who are choosing to be here on this webinar today, I congratulate you on making a wise career decision by using your Sunday to invest in your learning. Yes, you've already taken the first right career decision by using your Sunday here on this webinar. And I promise that by the end of this webinar, you will have a lot more tools, a lot more hacks, which will enable you to make a great career. So as we wait for more people to join in, how about saying a hi on the chat and introducing yourself with your name? So all those of you who are there right now, just go to the chat button, say a hi, introduce yourself. Write to me what you're doing, tell me what stage of your career you are, and I'll try to personalize this webinar specifically for you. So I see Devanshu. Hi Devanshu. Hi Arpita. Hi Anupam. A lot of familiar people. Good evening, Sanjana. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes, and as we wait, I want all of you to say hi. I want all of you to put your introductions here on the chat bar and go to the questions option and post any career questions that you might have. So during the webinar, I'll try to address your questions. I'll try to give you answers. So say a hi, introduce yourself, and if you have any career questions, do ask them in the questions bar. Hello, Rinky. It's good to see you. Great. So it's 3:04. We start at 3:05. We have another minute, 1 minute for you to say a hi, introduce yourself, and ask questions if you have any. Of course, as we go along with the webinar, you can always post your questions. You can keep asking your questions. I will try to answer all of them during my topic today. Or if I find lack of time, I will take it up towards the end. Also, I'm seeing that more people are joining in, and we have some new signups as well that have happened just now. So while we wait for others, I want our newest member who's joined, Suraj. Hi, Suraj. Introduce yourself and post your questions if you have any. So it's time we start. So let me introduce you to myself. My name is Amit Goyal. I am the director of TKW's Institute of Banking and Finance. Today in this webinar, I have identified 7 career hacks. Yes, I've identified 7 career hacks which are particularly useful for all of you who are under 25. These career hacks, if you know it, if you do it, you will be able to propel your career into an all new direction. You will be able to make sure that by the time you are 30, you have an amazing career for yourself. So today in this webinar, I am going to share with you these career hacks. Let me open my presentation for the day. Yeah. So this webinar is about 7 career hacks. It's a part of career guidance workshops of TKWs. Those of you who are here, have you attended any other career guidance workshop? If yes, I would like to know from you what other topics, what other workshops would you like me to do here on this as we go forward. The goal of career guidance workshops of TKWs is that we help our students, we help our alumni, and we help everyone out there in taking better career decisions. So if you have a topic in mind, if there is something you would want us to cover in future workshops, please share your topic ideas with us, and we'll be happy to host those workshops. So do we have any topic suggestions? Does anyone has a topic on what could be the topics for future career workshops? Okay, while you think of more topics, our topic for the day is 7 career hacks. These 7 career hacks will enable you to make a career direction, propel your career in a direction which will put you in a high growth by the time you are 30. So these 7 things you must remember and practice by the time you're 25, and at the age of 30 you will find yourself in an amazing career direction. Before we start learning about these career hacks, let us understand what are the career dilemmas. What are the confusions that most of the students have before they turn 25? So by the time you are 25, you are either graduating, you're post graduating, you're doing a job, you're doing some kind of internships. So all of us have a lot of confusion. Some of the dilemmas that we have are that we could keep studying. So when you finish your graduation, you have to answer this question: should I keep studying or should I switch? We have a question on: should I take up a job? Should I start a business? Should I go abroad or study in India? A lot of us might be wondering that should I get married? So these are the typical career dilemmas which we have to navigate through when we are below 25. These questions come to us when we complete school. These questions again come to us when we complete graduation. These questions come to us if we take up a job. These questions come to us when we are doing post graduation. So at every stage in our education, by the time we are 25, we are perplexed with these questions. So to understand what are the kind of doubts you have, I have put there a poll. Can you all see a poll question? So I have put a poll on what is your next step likely to be. So all those of you who are watching this webinar, I want you to respond to that poll question and tell me what is your next step likely to be. So we have Suraj who's telling us on chat that he feels doing law course is a good career option. Yes, it could be. And that is what this whole webinar is all about. We don't want to talk about any specific career, but we want to talk about what could be the direction. Should you do a course at all, or should you take up a job? What's the right time to take up a job? So I want all of you to respond to a poll question. What is your next step likely to be? On top of your screen, you will see a link which will show a poll question. So we have a lot of people saying look for a job. Some of you are saying higher studies. These are the two popular options. I don't see anyone saying holiday or rest. I don't see anyone saying marriage. I thought in India a lot of people might want to take up marriage. Globally, a lot of people want to take holiday or rest for a year after completing studies. Of course, this is not a popular trend in India. Somebody here wants to go abroad as well. So we take a few more seconds for you to answer the poll questions. But the popular option here is looking for a job followed by higher studies and then going abroad. Now, the challenge is that we all have these type of questions and we are all confused about what should we do. I'll try to answer this question today through this webinar, but then I want you to understand why do we have this confusion. Typically when we are completing our studies, when we are between 18 to 25, there are a lot of choices that are there in front of us, and along with these choices we have a lot of uncertainties. So for most of the choices that we have, there is a lot of uncertainty. We are not sure about what are the options, what is the right choice, what are the advantages and disadvantages of each choice. And that is why we are all confused and we are faced with these dilemmas of what to do next. Some of these choices and uncertainties are around careers. Many students like you are not sure about what is the right career for you. One reason we don't know about these careers is because we have not been exposed to these careers. We don't know what are the career options. We don't know what are the advantages and disadvantages of various career options. Another challenge that we have is we don't know our strengths. We have not seen life sufficiently enough to know our strengths. We haven't gone out there. We haven't done a lot of work. So we don't know what our strengths are, and that is why there is a lot of uncertainty about whether I'll be able to succeed in a particular career or not. We also have a lot of dilemma around courses. Like somebody here is saying banking, somebody else is saying law. So there is a lot of dilemma about which course would be ideal for me. And since we are not well exposed, we don't know about all the courses, this becomes all the more challenging. We all are aspirational. When we are 18 to 25, everybody has an aspiration. Everybody wants to do something big. Everybody wants to do something great with their lives. That is why this dilemma becomes even more challenging. I'm sure all of you have heard that popular song, Papa Kehte Hain Bada Naam Karega. This is the prominent emotion that we all have when we are 18 to 25. We want to do something big, but we don't know our strengths, we don't know our career options, we don't know our courses, we don't know our weaknesses. We are not sure about what are my own weaknesses, and that is why we are never sure whether we'll do well in that course or not. Another challenge that we have at this age is peer pressure. So one of my friend is doing NDA, so should I also do NDA? Another friend of mine is doing banking, then probably that's the best option. What if I become a photographer and my friend becomes a banker? What if I become a accountant and my friend becomes an investment banker? So there is a lot of peer pressure. Parents are comparing us with friends. We are not sure about, is this the right option for me? Am I choosing the right kind of career? Am I going to live up to the expectations of my parents and peer? And that is why all these decisions are worsened. Now I want to give you a simple arithmetic formula for you to navigate through this uncertainty. Follow this formula, teach it to everyone you know who's between 18 to 25, and believe me, we are going to do a great service to all the students around. The after school career arithmetic that I have built is 5 years study, 3 years job gives you a career kickstart. So everybody has to do 5 years study and 3 years job in the age of 18 to 25. So right after we turn 17, we are progressing towards 18. From 18 to 25, we should do 5 years study and 3 years job. Now this should not be done sequentially. Now it's important that we don't do this 5 year study and 3 year job sequentially, but we do them alternatively. That means we study for a while, we take up a job, we study again, we take up a job, and then we study again. So if we can break our study into smaller chunks, club it with job experiences of about 3 years, it'll give you the best kickstart to your career, and it'll give you a lot more clarity on what your career could be about. So to take this equation further, what I have done is I have created a formula. It's called the 7 career hacks. This 7 career hacks formula will enable you to identify key 7 things that you need to do to make this arithmetic work for you. So the formula, the 7 career hacks that I'm going to talk about, abbreviate for wins and SIL. What you need to do is you need to collect some wins and you need to collect some SILs. Okay, so while my presentation returns, here we need to be on slide number 4. 5. So these 7 career hacks, wins and sills, are represented in blue and red in my slide. The first four, 1, 2, 3, 4, the blue ones are the wins, and the next 3 are the sill. So these wins are the things that you need to do, and the sill are the things that you need to acquire. You need to do these wins, and you need to acquire these sill to make your career up to 25 the right career start. And if you have the right career start, it will lead to happy 30s. So our goal is we do the right things when we are 18 to 25, so that we can live happy when we are 30. So remember the wins and sill. Let's see what the wins are. The wins starts with W, work. So as I said, in the arithmetic, we all need to work, and we need to work for about 3 years during this 18 to 25 age. During these 3 years, make sure that you have a single page resume. So yes, we need to work for about 3 years, but then with this 3 years of work, our resume should not be more than 1 page long. We need to have a single page resume. So the single page resume means that each job that you do should be at least 1.5 years, or on an average, you should do about 2 jobs till you're 25. Each job can be on an average 1.5 years, which means we can do 2 plus 1, or we can do 1.5 years each. But then you should do about 2 jobs each for 1.5 years. This will give you exposure. This is not for you to make your career. This job that you will do will teach you what to expect from a job. So remember, the first 3 years of your first 3 years, the 3-year work of that career is not about doing a job. It's about learning what a job is all about. So that is why do not get agitated if you don't get your dream job. Do not worry if you're not getting the job that you want to do. Do not worry if you're not getting the location, the salary, the brand, etc. that you want, because first 3 years of your job are only to teach what work is all about. That is why make sure that when you're 18 to 25, you work for 3 years, you don't switch more than 2 jobs, so that you have a single page resume, and you do whatever job you can get into and try and learn what work is all about. The next thing that you need to do is intern, initiate, and volunteer. So while you have 8 years, 5 years studies and 3 years job, during your 3 years job, volunteer a lot. And during your 5 years study, intern a lot. So intern while you are studying, volunteer while you're working, and all this while during these 8 years, take a lot of initiatives. So as we discussed, we have a lot of career dilemmas. We are confused what to do, what not to do. There's so many choices, there's so many careers, there are courses, there are strengths, there are weaknesses. The best way to know our strengths, the best way to know our weaknesses is that we intern, initiate, and volunteer a lot of times, because every time we do intern, initiate, or volunteer, we learn about our strengths and weaknesses. We take small risks, we do small projects, we do different things, we talk to people, we work with others, and all of this helps us discover ourselves. This is the time for us to know what we are capable of doing. If you want to become a film star, don't just wait for that big break to come from Bollywood. If you want to become a film star, do YouTube videos, do plays, do theaters, volunteer in these places. If you're doing a day job, work at a theater in the evening, work at one of the plays. So take a lot of initiatives, do volunteering and intern. It will enable you to discover yourself, because what you're thinking of doing today may not be cut out for you. That is why it is important to intern, initiate, and volunteer till you're 25, so that you know what you are cut to do. When you're 26, you build that career from 26 to 30, and you'll have happy 30s. That is why make sure that you work committedly for 3 years during this time. Switch not more than 2 jobs, but along this while do a lot of volunteering, and while you're studying for 5 years, do at least 5 internships. Do at least 5 internships while you are studying for those 5 years. So we need to work, we need to intern, and the next thing that we need to do is network. So 18 to 25 is the age when people are more open to accept you. This is the age when while you're interning, you're doing projects, you're doing job, you're doing volunteering, you will meet a lot of people, a lot of grown-ups, a lot of experienced professionals, a lot of seasoned people. Try and make contacts with everybody. At this age, nobody is suspecting you to be their competitor. At this age, people are more forthcoming, people would love to mentor you, people would love to help you. So this is the time to make very good contacts. I have personally made some of the best contacts of my life while I was a student, and some of those contacts have helped me really big in making my life, making my career. So that is why while you are 18 to 25, make sure that you start maintaining contacts. Every person you meet, try to keep in touch with the person, send a lot of new year cards, send a lot of Diwali greetings, go and say hellos to people, create a WhatsApp list, send emails to people, start maintaining contacts, learn how to make contacts, learn how to be in touch with people, and this will be your single most career success mantra when you turn 30. So the contacts that you make in 18 to 25 will make you successful and will make you big when you're 30. That is why work, intern, and network. And the fourth thing that you need to do is study. Now, all of this is that I've been talking about, working and interning, does not undermine the importance of study. It is ultimately our education that gives us a strong foundation of a great career. That is why when you are 18 to 25, make sure you study, and you study for specialization. So today we are living in a super specialized world. Today it is about having specialization in things. That is why a lot of choice based credits are being introduced in universities. A lot of super specialized programs are coming up. A lot of education programs are becoming specialized in various avenues. We also run a banking and finance program, which is very specialized into business banking, international banking space. So try and look for opportunities of studying for super specialization. So if you're going to become a banker, don't just become a banker. If you're going to become an MBA finance, try and super specialize in finance. If you're going to become a lawyer, try to specialize into IPR, civil, criminal law, do higher studies which make you a super specialist of that area. I have done a whole webinar around how to make your career in an era of super specialization. Those of you who have not attended and would like to watch this webinar, I am sharing the link in chat. You can go to this YouTube video and watch this webinar on studying for super specialization after this. Right now, I have something more for you. So at the end of this webinar, if you want to know how to make your career in this era of super specialization, watch that webinar. For now, while you are 18 to 25, make sure that you study for specialization. So what we need to do is we need to work, we need to intern, we need to network, and we need to study. We need to work for at least 3 years in not more than 2 jobs. We need to intern, volunteer, and initiate. We need to network, make contacts, and we need to study for super specialization. So 4 career hacks before you turn 25 are wins. Get all these wins on your side and you will be on your way to an amazing career. Use the 8 years, 5 for studying, 3 for network, 3 for working. These 3 years, you need to work in 2 jobs. 5 years, you need to do a lot of internships, you need to make a lot of contacts, and you need to study for super specialization. But then that's not all. I have 3 more hacks for you. So along with these 4 wins, you need to acquire these 3 hacks and you will make a fabulous career. Let's see what these 3 are. So the 5th career hack is sell. Practice selling. Do you know this movie? Anyone? Do you know which movie scene is this? Let's see if you have any Bollywood, Hollywood gyan. I see some questions also while we take a pause here, and I want you to put the name of the movie in the chat window if you know the movie. in case any one of you, no, you don't watch a lot of movies. Okay, so it seems that you don't know this movie. Do you know the actor? So the movie is Wolves of Wall Street. This is an amazing movie about how this young fellow becomes a billionaire. You know, he earns obscene amount of money by sheer selling financial services. You know, the strength he has in this movie, he becomes the CEO of the company. The strength is his ability to sell. So any profession that you take after you're 25, you know, any field that you go into, be it medicine, be it law, be it banking, be it accounting, you know, your career success will ultimately depend on your ability to sell. That is why when you're 18 to 25, make sure you practice selling. And how do you practice selling? You acquire a lot of knowledge of selling by reading things on internet, by going to selling webinars, seminars, you know, by attending a small selling course while you're still studying, by taking up assignments which give you an opportunity to sell something. So do all of that and make sure that you sharpen your ability to sell. This is the fifth career hack which will make an amazing career opportunity for you. The sixth thing that you need to do is start an investment. Yes, learn a little about investing. Go to a financial advisor, go to an investment advisor. TKW's Institute of Banking and Finance produces a lot of investment advisors. A lot of our students can help you. So start an investment, start a small investment, whatever you can afford. You know, you could start with something like 500 rupees a month. You could start with something like 1000, 1500, 2000, depending on your budget. You know, if you start a small investment of 1000 rupees a month when you are 25, this will become 65 lakh by the time you retire. So there is a very important case for you to start investing, because this one small investment that you make every month when you're 18 to 25 will teach you basics of investment. This will be your experiential learning, which will enable you to learn a lot more about investing. That is why I tell every student out there, while you are 18 to 25, do start an investment. Start a small investment of 500 rupees a month. You know, look for an opportunity, see where you can invest, and start putting 500 rupees a month. When you put that 500 rupees from your pocket every month, it will ensure that you keep re-looking at your investment, and this will give you financial education for life, and this will ensure that the day you retire, you have a lot of money in your bank. So the sixth career hack is start an investment. So it's I for investment. And the seventh career hack that you need to do while you are still below 25 is develop your learning ability. Guys, we're living in the knowledge society. The company that I run is called The Knowledge Workers. The institute that I support is called The Knowledge Workers Institute of Banking and Finance. You know, the knowledge society is all about people becoming knowledge workers. You know, if you don't become a knowledge worker, a computer, robots, artificial intelligence will take up your profession. So the future will be only for those people who have the learning ability. That is why it is very important for the youth of our country today to develop their learning ability. Unfortunately, all our school life we haven't focused on this skill, but this is that skill which will get you into a great career later as you progress. So that is why while you are below 25, put some time, put some efforts to develop your learning ability. In TKW's IBF, we tell students to make a learning journal, read things, learn from internet, learn from various sources, put it in the learning journal regularly, and develop the practice and habit of regular learning. So you could create your own system. You could use the system that we do in TKW's IBF, you know, but whatever you do, make sure that you develop your self-learning ability, because this is what will enable you to retain your job and grow in that job. So the the eighth hack of you to make a great career is develop your learning ability. So the fifth, sixth, seventh hacks are sell. So learn to sell, invest, learn investing, and develop your learning ability. So the 7 career hacks that we learned today are the 7 career hacks that we have learned today are wins SIL. So first, work, intern, network, study, sell, invest, and learn. Do these 7 things while you're 18 to 25, and you will have great 30s. I guarantee that. So while you are still below 25, make sure that you work, and you work stably in such a manner that your resume is not more than 1 page. You have worked for 3 years, but you haven't changed more than 2 jobs. So work, intern every year while you're studying, take up an internship, volunteer while you're working, volunteer in other areas, in places where you would like to work, and take a lot of initiatives. Network, start making contacts right from today. Study for super specialization. And then what you need to do is learn selling, practice selling, start an investment, and develop your learning ability. If you do these 7 things, you will have a great career ahead of you. So while I was doing this presentation, I have some questions from Suraj. He says he wants to know, he wants to do a law course. Is it the right career option? So law is an amazing career, whether it's the right career option for you or not, I don't know. This is the dilemma that we have. That is why what I suggest is take up an internship, take up a assignment, go to work, assist a lawyer free of cost for a month or two, and you would know the ins and outs of that career. Whatever career you want to take up, either work in it, or intern in it. This will give you an opportunity to understand the strengths and weaknesses that you have, and the opportunities that and threats that that career offers. That way you will be able to take a great decision for yourself. Okay, we have another question. What type of career option in banking and finance and surety of getting a good job? Please tell. So, banking and finance has got great options. I do not want to take up this webinar into career options for banking and finance, but we have done another webinar earlier on career options in banking and finance. If you want to learn more about that, I will share the link of our knowledge center. You go through it, you will be able to find a lot of articles and webinar videos about this. Surety of job is something which I see a lot of youngsters being worried about. I want to tell you that whatever career you choose, just follow wins and SIL, and you will not need anyone to assure a job to you. Ultimately, the surety of job is our own insecurity. We are insecure because we are not properly prepared for the career that we are wanting to pursue. If you want to become a Bollywood actor, and you have done enough plays, and you have done enough training, and you've super specialized, and you have done your networking well, and you know how to sell yourself, I can guarantee that you will get the job of a Bollywood actor also. So there is no need for any of you to go looking for surety of job. What you need to do is wins and SIL, and you can be yourself sure that you will get your ideal job. But then also remember that before 25, we don't know whether the job is really ideal for us or not, because we don't know whether we are made for this job or not. That is why before 25, we need to explore jobs. We need to take up a job, work with full sincerity and commitment in it for at least 1.5 to 2 years, and then answer to ourselves that do I have the strengths and weaknesses to make it big in this. If not, there is no problem, we can switch to another job. And when you do it for 2 jobs, and you have done some super specialized studies, you will be sure what is the right career direction for you. So till you are 25, don't worry about whether I'll get a job or not. Till you're 25, even if it requires work in your dream job free of cost, because this is the time for you to discover your strengths and weaknesses. So use these 18 to 25 years in discovering yourself, what is the right career and what are your strengths and weaknesses. And the formula to do that is 5 years study, 3 years work, wins and SIL formula, where intern work, intern, study super specialization, network, learn selling, invest, and develop your learning ability. If you do this, you will be on your way to a great career. If we have any other questions, please ask them in the question bar. I see another question. Do you think undergraduates can go for a job? Yes, why not? So I really wanted to work in a company called NIIT, and I was still an undergraduate. I went there, gave an interview. They rejected me, saying that we don't take undergraduates. I started chasing the manager who had taken my interview. I would go to him every day, and one day I told him that I'm willing to do the job free of cost. You don't have to pay me a salary. And he was too happy. He said, "हाँ हाँ आ जाओ, कल से आ जाओ." And I started working for him. And within a month, they started paying me a salary. And within a couple of months, I was earning fairly good for that job. So you can always do a job. What matters is that you should not be doing this job to earn a salary. If you're serious about your career, then you should be doing this job to discover your strengths and weaknesses, to get an opportunity to work and not to make money out of it. If you have the right attitude and mindset, you can do a job anywhere you want. You can get a job any place that you want to be in. So yes, undergraduates can do a job, and there are a lot of jobs where undergraduates are welcomed. So it's never a rule that undergrads cannot do a job. So I have another question. What comes under super specialized studies? So super specialization is like is a concept where you focus your study area into something specific. So since I'm from Banking and Financial Services Institute, I'll give a context from there. So you could do an MBA in finance. Okay. But when you do an MBA in finance, you could go anywhere in finance. You could go in financial services, or you could go into corporate finance. So the first step of specializing is you choose that, do I want to work in financial services or corporate finance, and do a course which is appropriate to that. Now, within financial services, you could work in banking, you could work in lending, you could work in investment banking, you could work in investment advisory. Once you are doing something in financial services, take up another small course which makes you super specialized in that area. Now, let's say you take up business banking. So you super specialize in business banking, but then within business banking also, you can further specialize. You can do business banking for large corporate, you could do business banking for international traders, you could do business banking for supply chain. So while you're doing business banking, try and super specialize within that also. So you can go to any level. Now within that, you can do financial technologies, you could do data analytics for that area. So every field nowadays offers a lot of courses which enable you to super specialize in it. It happens in medicine. If you're a doctor, you can do plain MBBS, and then you can do specific heart related studies, and then you can go super specializing into heart surgeries and stuff. This is for everyone. So for law, you do law, then you do IPRs, and then you do patents. So you keep super specializing your education. Of course, you always start on a broader course. So you start with commerce in 12th, then you do something more relevant, and then you further specialize, and the options will keep coming. So as you explore, as you do internships and volunteering, you will know that this is the thing I want to do, and then you do a super specialization course in it. So I have another question that in interviews, mostly experience is asked. Uh, so I want to ask this person who's asking this question, how many interviews has he given? So it is in Hindi movies that only experienced candidates are sought. Of course, if you apply for a CEO's position, they would want somebody with relevant experience. So there are ample jobs. There are infinite number of jobs in our country for freshers. B, if you do wins and SIL, you do the 7 career hacks, you would have made enough networks, enough contacts, enough opportunities would be there in front of you to specifically go for a job which demands experience, because you have already acquired relevant experience by doing your volunteering and interning. So that is why these career hacks are relevant. till 25 you are working to collect these experiences, and after 25 you're working to build up your career. So till the age of 25 your goal is to collect experience in different fields, so you can then choose this is where I'm good, and then you can highlight your experience to the interviewers. But then there are ample jobs, don't worry. There are a lot of positions where they want freshers, who are capable to do that job. I have another question. Is it necessary to be good in data science for banking? No, it's not true. It's not necessary. In fact, I think 99.5% people working in banking would not understand data science. However, there is a great opportunity of super specializing in data science for bankers and make a brilliant career. So if you are a banker in financial services and you understand data science, there will be a lot of job opportunities. There'll be a lot of exclusive roles which will be created for fintech, in the fintech space. And I believe this is what the future of banking will be all about. So if you want to make a kick-ass career in banking, then yes, data science could give you that super specialization. But then that's not the end of it. There are other avenues. You could super specialize in other areas within banking and finance and make a great career as well. So I think we have answered all the questions which were asked there in the group. So it's time we end this webinar. But before I end this webinar, I want you to suggest through chat if there are any other career guidance topics that you would want us to take. We'll be happy to do these webinars again in future, come back with more topics which are relevant to you. Also, we have on our website a section called Knowledge Center. I have shared the link in chat window for Knowledge Center. I strongly suggest that you visit the Knowledge Center, read more career articles, watch some videos, and make yourself as familiar as possible to banking and finance career if you want to make a great career in banking and finance field. So if anyone has any suggestions for future topics, please share it, and we'll be happy to do webinars around that topic. Mm, so yeah, and there's another important thing I want to share. While we were doing this webinar, the poll data has changed, and what I see is 42% people want to do higher studies, which is good. If you want to do higher studies, that's a great thing, but my suggestion, my strong recommendation to all of you would be that when you choose this higher study program, try and specialize. Do not go for a generic education. Study for specializing yourself in different fields. Thank you so much. This is what I have been doing with my own life to make my career, and these 7 career hacks I hope will be helpful for you to make a great career. I wish you all a very good career ahead of you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Good evening. Bye bye.